Beginning in Balasana, pose of the child, take your knees as wide as your mat, with the big toes touching. Concave the low back slightly, guide the sit bones to your ankles. Walk the arms forward, checking that the wrists are in line with the elbows, your elbows in line with the shoulders. Lengthen the chest forward on your inhalation. Exhale, release your head to the earth. Maintain the elbows lifted up away from your mat. Making this pose of the child active as we start to warm up for our practice this morning. Feeling the palms spread evenly into the earth. This connection to Mother Earth through your Hasta Bandha, your hand lock. Each time you inhale, feel the ribs separate. Feel the sides of the body expand, the front of the body expand, your body opening and receiving in all directions. And again, with your exhalation, you can feel the sit bones melt a little bit further towards your heels. And with that exhalation comes space and openness. Space and openness in which to receive the prana, the breath, taken in through the nose. So start to listen out for that beautiful sound of your Ujjayi Pranayam, victorious breath. See if you can start to smooth out any lumps or bumps in the breath. And even draw it further down into the body. Paying close attention especially to the back of our body. As having our senses mainly at the front, we tend to direct the breath into the front body. So here in pose of the child, it's a beautiful time to bring the awareness to the back, to the west side of the body. And just check in your pose of the child that your big toes do remain together and touching, as this creates an important mudra, a seal, the connection of two nadis joining here at the toes. So we're maintaining this energetic loop through the body, this circuit of energy. Ourselves connected to the earth, to our body, and the space all around us. Press into your palms on your next inhalation, slowly lifting your head up. Exhale, walk the hands back towards you, mindful that you place the entire palm onto the earth. Bring your knees together. Tuck the toes under. Sit back down on your heels, keeping the heels together and the knees together. Release the shoulder blades down the back. Check in that your spine is long, right up through the back of the neck, the crown of the head lifting towards the sky. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side and all the way up to the sky. Join the palms together in an equal relationship, right palm pressing against left palm as you draw them down at your central axis. Go through this movement slowly and mindfully. Arms come out to the side. Lift them up on your inhale. And again, as if moving through liquid water or honey as you draw the hands and the palms all the way towards the hips. The fingers move out to the sides as you lift the energy all the way up. Gather that energy in the palms of your hands. And with the entirety of that exhale, consciously and with awareness, draw the hands down. Final one, inhale. Exhale. Resting the thumbs on the sternum. Take a deep breath into the heart space. Anahata chakra, our chakra that represents enlightenment, of love and compassion. Of loving kindness. And here we find it in the center, this place of Madhya. If we visualize the chakras that run along the central axis, or our central nadi, Shushumna nadi, we have 3 chakras below and 3 chakras above. And here where we join the left and the right, the feminine with the masculine, the sun and the moon, we find this place of balance, this harmony within. Awareness in your body. As you scan your body from the toes that are connected to the earth, through the legs, up the torso, right up through the crown of the head. Just noticing how you're feeling. Right in this moment, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Choosing your appropriate object of focus for your practice. Committing to it. Breathe in through the nose. And as you exhale out through the nose, bowing your head towards your lifted chest. And gently opening the eyes. Coming on to your hands and your knees. Just separate the knees and you can tap your feet as your toes. You might feel a little sore after that waking up. So just tapping. Good, and then tucking, coming into downward facing dog, walking the hands a little bit further forward so you find that length in your down dog, creating an inverted V shape with the body. Hands shoulder distance, feet hips distance. Feeling with your hands that they are spreading evenly into the mat, your index finger pointing forward and even space between each and every finger. From the wrist to the elbows, find an internal rotation. So rolling those forearms in towards the midline. And from the elbows to the shoulders, an external rotation. Really consolidating that firm connection of the head of the humerus into the shoulder girdle. So using the muscles around to find strength in the upper body. Here at the upper body, just checking in with the neck, making sure that there's no tension held in the neck, so you can gently make some circles, shaking your head out no and yes. Before traveling up the back body, so feeling your spine elongate up towards the sky, the sit bones lifting as high as you can go.
Keeping that lift in the low back there. Now send your thighs towards the back of your mat and down. Here, opening up the hamstrings, finding length all the way down through the backs of the legs, the calf muscles getting a lovely stretch here as you work the heels in the direction of the earth. Opening the eyes if you had them closed and just check that the front of the heel, again, you're creating space here, so engagement of the knees and the quadriceps, your front thigh muscles will help promote that idea of space throughout the front of the leg there. Enjoying this full body stretch, Adho Mukha Svanasana, your downward facing dog. Exhale, roll onto the balls of the feet, release the knees onto the mat, release the tops of the toes to the earth. Keep the heels in line with the knees as you sink back down into Balasana, this time keeping the palms flat on the earth, arms in front of you. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, come forward into your high plank. Hold here in high plank. Check the alignment of your body. So, starting with the hands, check that you're pressing them into the earth, so pushing down to find length along the arms, the shoulders, move down the back, the chest slightly forward. Check that your body's in a straight line, literally like a plank as you lengthen through the back. Slightly tuck the tailbone or extend it towards the back of your mat. You're pressing through the balls of the feet so the legs are strong, thighs engaged. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Release the toenails, sit bones to the heels. Balasana, pose of the child. Resting here, one breath in. And exhale out. Inhale, all fours. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, press the arms forward as if you wanted to tear your mat in two. Exhale, roll onto the toes as you release the knees down onto the mat and the toenails. Inhale. On the exhale, come down just halfway, so modified chaturanga, checking that the shoulders do not dip below the elbows. Then lift into up dog, so press through the tops of your feet and the hands so the thighs lift off the floor, the chest broadens, and the shoulder blades glide down the back. Inhale, roll over the feet simultaneously, and exhale, heels down onto the earth. Adho Mukha Svanasana.